Guys, we're in Ecuador. What do you think about that mountain? We saw it from the equator, since we were standing on the equator, and decided that we wanted to walk to the base of it just to get a little bit better of a view. Amazing field, having the time of our life. This is our first full day in Ecuador, and we've done so much already, and the night's not over, and we have plenty more time ready to go. But we wanted to send a video just because that's what we do. But before we talk about it, Mr. Wegert, any thoughts?
No, just wanted to take a moment to reach out to you as we sit in this beautiful setting and talk a little bit about goal setting. This month in your leadership program, you should be training on goals for education. Of course, we all know what a goal is. A goal is something we want and we're willing to work hard for. And so obviously that's not all a goal is. There has to be other things in place for that goal to actually work and for that goal to be something that's easily achievable. So Master Alley has a thought on, we have an acronym we use, it's SMART. So the S-M-A-R-T. They all stand for a letter, or a word rather, that we want your goals to be like. So the S stands for?
Sure, that stands for specific. You know, the goal you set for this month, goals in your education, you must set specific goals. And for example, if you're going to make good grades in school as opposed to saying I want good grades, you know, I want A's or I want A's and B's. It's got to be specific to what you can actually know exactly what you're going for. M?
Yeah, so it's S-M. M is motivating. Guys, if the goal doesn't juice you, you're not going to take the time, effort, and intensity necessary to make this goal actually happen. So when you set the goal, ask yourself, is this goal motivating? Does it juice me? Does it make me excited?
Right. Then next is the A. The A is achievable. And I always like to preface it with achievable based on what you think you can do and accomplish, not what anybody else thinks. So, you know, the goal has to motivate you. It's got to be specific. And is it achievable? Do you think you can actually make it happen? You know, for example, the Wright brothers, they thought, amidst everybody else and their thoughts about the airplane, they said, we're going to build a plane, we're going to fly. People all over the place said, you're crazy, you're stupid, it won't work. And yet, here we are in Ecuador because the Wright brothers said, we're going to build a plane. Yeah, thanks, Mr. Wright brothers. So your goal has to be achievable based on what you think you can accomplish and make happen. And we also encourage you to set huge goals, and just because.
The R, S-M-A-R. R stands for relevant. You know, sometimes it seems like people just throw a dartboard at different things for goals. Guys, you need to know why this goal is actually important to you. What is it going to help you move towards? How does it fit into your larger term plan for your life? Make sure the goal is relevant to you specifically. And then
T, it's got to be trackable. You got to be able to keep track of your learning, of your growth. And that's why martial arts is so fantastic, because you say, I want to earn a black belt, or I want to become great at martial arts. Well, pursue a black belt. So it's trackable because it's not just, well, I'm going to show up to class and maybe one day I'm going to get this. No, every time you come to class, your goal is to get your next stripe, which will help you get your next belt, which is going to help you move up from one belt to the next, and you see the color changing, and you can see visual progress. You must be able to actually track your goals.
Perfect. So as we reach out to you today, I want to thank you. Thank you for your inspiration, your support of our program, and we want to challenge you, inspire you to set some goals. You know, specifically this month in our leadership program for education, set some goals, write them down, put them in writing, and show them. Turn them into your instructor. Set goals for things you want to not just have, but maybe a feeling you want to have, maybe a certain, something you want to learn this year, like we did coming to Ecuador, learning Spanish, learning a different style of martial arts, learning how to speak the language, another culture. So that's our challenge, that's our inspiration to you, is to take the time, sit down, you owe it to yourself, take the time to sit down and plan your life. I'll end with this, and then I think you have a thought. Most people spend more time planning their yearly vacation than they do their entire life. You owe it to yourself. Plan your life.
Too true. And one last thought for me, the CIT program that we have in place in all the schools, in the last 2 years, our CIT program has skyrocketed as far as how many instructors we're producing and how much difference is making in people's lives. We have youngsters as early as 7 and 8 that are actually going through this program and doing a phenomenal job. And it's for those of you that aren't in the CIT program, consider that yes, it's called the Certified Instructor Training Program, but it really is a personal development program. So regardless of if you decide to become an instructor or not, let us train you and give you this personal development program that you'll go through. It's a 16-week course that you can go through the manual, and it'll challenge you and it'll change everything about you. We've had adults go through this and go, I've never been exposed to this material in my life. 45 years later, what a shame. What a shame. The amount of things we actually can teach in the program. Again, we have 8-year-olds getting the type of education that not too many adults get to say they've had. So talk to your instructor, talk to me, talk to Mr. Wegert, anybody else watching, talk to your chief instructor, enroll in the CIT program. It will change your life, and it'll do a phenomenal thing for you. So with that, we're in Ecuador, at the base of a mountain, with my best friend Sam Wegert.
Fantastico.
Fantastico.
Ciao.
Ciao. Adios.
Make it a great day.